Another day. It's another day. It's another day. Now let me stop. Let me stop. But I do want to be productive, and I'm hoping the stream will keep me honest. I feel like I'll open this and I'll intend to do some stuff. Oh, hold up. Hold up. And then I'll look at the time like, well, I've clearly done enough, right? Right? So why is it in all caps? Here we go. So where we left off. Actually, I was doing some work when I had a study hall for my students, just in case they wanted to come to class and use class time to work on their projects, since the semester's almost over, and so that means, assignments got to get done. We'll see. From what I've seen, a couple of them said they ain't never used Unreal before. I'm starting to question that, because what they had showed me for their projects looked kind of nuts. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, what I was asking for was pretty simple, but still. Okay. I think I can get rid of this. Oh, shoot. Let's do it this way. What is this? This is not a game, if that's what you're wondering. This is Unreal Engine. This is a game editing software that I have been trying to teach myself for like a year or two now. And every now and then I've been working on something in the background, and I got stuck about like a year or so ago. And so I pivoted into making something a little more simple. No mechanics, no goals. This is more of just an environment that I'm trying to make out. Because part of level design is just making environments, making believable environments. No matter how small or how big they are, just gotta make them, make them real. Make them something that makes sense in the grand scheme of whatever the level is. And so in this case, this is meant to just kind of be, well, you've played Genshin Impact. This is meant to be, hold up. This is meant to kind of, oh yeah, I've looked at it like a billion times. I'm trying to recreate this, the city of Mondstadt. But it's baby steps. I can't just go in and make something as grand as this. Not yet, at least. But ever since I played this game, I've been trying to replicate this because it seems simple enough. It seems simple enough But in well, I don't know any modeling skills, so I can't really make anything specific. So I kind of have to use what I can find. And what I found was this free fantasy pack that kind of have these modular buildings that you can use to kind of make what you want. And they got textures that you can use to kind of make the ground look how you want it. But from there, it's kind of up to the imagination. And so I'm trying to do something like this, but obviously on a smaller scale. So right now it's meant to just kind of have one large structure. In my class, we call these set pieces, call it weenies. Term came from Walt Disney. He saw a building caught his attention, building kind of looked like a dick. So that's kind of where the name came from, long story short. So this big structure is meant to be the weenie of the level, and it's just surrounded by various buildings that double as it could be an establishment, it could be like somebody's house, situations like that. But I just want to make this so that I can then show it off to potential employers, because I don't know what it takes to get jobs in your field, but at least for my field, people want something that they can see, and in trying to make something they can see, I gotta make that. So that leads us to here. I've been working on this for a couple of months now, off and on. But now I'm really trying to lock in. I'm really trying to actually get it done. And hopefully the stream will allow me to focus on that and to hold me accountable. So I don't like instinctively pick up my phone and start doom scrolling, stuff like that. Let's look at some bad bitches and then kind of go down a rabbit hole of more bad bitches. I can't do that. The bad bitches can wait. I got to get this money first. I got to get these jobs. These jobs don't want me. I got to make them want me. So it all comes back to this. If I can make this, then I can go back to my other project with a fresh mind and hopefully... Oh, wrong button. Hopefully, figure out whatever my problem was. Hopefully. But that's a TLDR of pretty much what I'm doing right now. So the last thing I did was I was finagling the space. I was finagling the landscape a bit to kind of make it look hilly, to make it look not just one singular plane, but kind of make it look like this place is nature-esque. So I did that. I adjusted some of where the positions of the buildings, kind of moved them closer, because I was looking at Mondstadt, and some of their buildings are all fairly close to each other, and it makes sense in the grand scheme of things. Like, you have the street area that the player would like walk through and all that, and then along the street, just like a normal place, you have the buildings that line the streets and make the place look lived in and believable. And so that's kind of where I am at now. I'm just kind of throwing darts at a dartboard, seeing what I like. But taking that approach just means that anytime something else pops into my head, I'm like, oh, let's do that instead. And so we're back at square one, where like I'm taking stuff away or redoing something. I gotta focus on making it, and then I could adjust it later. But I'm still in the making it phase, sort of. I feel like a lot of this would look better once I kind of add some varied textures. So I was thinking, obviously, have dirt paths to symbolize that people walk here and stuff. have the grass that kind of populates everything else, but they also have, oh, where are they? Oh, where my layers at? Oh, that's why. I also got like this little farm field dirt mud thing that I could use to kind of show a little bit more varying to what the ground could look like. At this point, it's just trial and error, seeing what works, seeing what I like. But I just need to. That's probably the goal for right now. For this little session, I'm probably going to spend most of this time painting the landscape. Painting the landscape, maybe adding trees, see what that looks like. But that, I guess, is the actual TLDR of what's going on. This is more or less, well, actually, very less my profession, or the profession I'm trying to get into. I'm trying to be a level designer, and part of that is just making levels, making spaces. Making spaces, seeing what works, seeing what don't. I mean, the other half of this is, no, that's dumb. Other half of this is just adding mechanics, really. And I might add some mechanics, maybe not too much. Oh, that's dumb. That's dumb. The plan is to have one road, one obvious road, obviously one that goes from gate to gate. There's a gate over there. It goes through the this windmill, this clock, not clock tower, but this big tower I have, and you go straight there. And then lining the gate will probably be a bunch of trees and dirt. That's the plan, at least. So we'll see how it goes, how it looks in actually doing it. That being said, though, I think I need to also there's also something I read. Something that I talked to some guy. I forgot what company he worked for. Oh no, it was like Online Play, something like that. He was a recruiter who was looking for a senior Unreal programmer. And on paper, I can do everything he was asking for. It's just, I don't have the experience that they're asking for. That's like the biggest thing. I never have the experience that they're asking for. Hold up. But he did say something that caught my attention that I technically have never used before, but after looking it up, I'm like, Actually, this seems fairly straightforward to pick up and understand. Speaking of which, now that I just reminded myself, hold up, because I think I will use it for this project. Yeah. Plugins, beta version, Epic recommends using caution when shipping products. Might as well do this now before I forget. Yeah, the plan is to remake. Well, the plan is to build up so that I make something akin to Mondstadt. I feel like it's simple in design and it's something that I could definitely replicate if I had the right assets. Which that would lead you to think, well, Eddie, if that's all you need, you should probably just learn how to model, right? Learn how to make these stuff. I wish it was that simple. I wish it was. All things considered, it's been taking me a while just to learn Unreal, and Unreal itself isn't too difficult. It's pretty user friendly, which is why a lot of games use it these days. But modeling is like that's a whole nother skill that I'd have to learn. I wouldn't even know where to start, low key. An input investment right there, yeah. I got my controller plugged in. Just in case I do want to, after maybe about an hour or two of doing this, maybe I'll transition to playing, I don't know, something. But I got to do this first. I have to do this first. That's what the stream name is for. That's what the stream name is for. To have what others don't. You gotta do what others won't. I gotta start locking in. My excuse before was that this summer I didn't even know I'd be traveling as much, but this summer, you know, I went to New Orleans for a bit, flew out to Texas for a bit to hang out with some friends, see out with my parents, hang out for my dad's birthday. But at the same time, before this, I was just kind of sitting on. I'm watching a streamer play through Wu-Chang and all that. I'm like, I gotta lock in. I gotta use my time better. I have to use my time better. I also should have ate something before I sat down, because now I'm very hungry. But, if anything, oh shoot. Excuse me. That hunger gonna have to be a motivator for me to hurry up. I can't use that. See, hey, Eddie is a kind of a bullshitter, bro. I can't keep using these excuses as to why I'm not doing my thing. I gotta lock in like everybody else. Hello? Do you recognize this little mix that I'm playing right now? I literally play this all the time in my classes just for some background noise. Easy, I know, right? I play this all the time in my classes. Doesn't seem to get on my students' nerves just yet, so I'll keep playing it. Excuse me. Hold up, is that an emoji? I don't know why my chat. Oh, there it is. I know, right? It's pretty good. Whoever made it, whoever put this together, they would know what they were doing. You should. I literally listen to this all the time. You definitely should. I got it saved in a playlist so that I can find it quickly. Hold on. I think I'm gonna go through and add lights on another time. These lampposts, yeah, I'll keep them there, but I think lighting is a whole nother bag of worms. That could be a whole nother session. How are you? What you been up to? We haven't heard from you in like a week or two. Ugh. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I got a lot of work to do, low key. I got a lot of work to do. Even something as simple as this small environment, it just takes a lot. Cause like I'm not even including. Oh yeah, I'll be here for like the next 3-4 hours. I'm not going anywhere. If anything, I need someone to help me stay focused because I'm trying not to doom scroll as much. Even something as simple as this. Something as simple as this environment. No, I'm not even including any mechanics. I might include like NPCs and AIs walking around just to kind of show scale and whatnot. But, you know, even something as just placing down buildings in a believable pattern that shows that this is a lived-in scenario is something that's, I don't know. And honestly, I don't know if I taught my students about the landscaping tool, but this shit here is a different beast. I mean, I think it looks fine. It's just too much grass. And if this is meant to be like a believable Mondstadt situation, like, I guess the thing with Mondstadt is that they have structure to their ground. They have the dirt pathway here, but then it's clearly shown where the dirt pathway ends with the gravel piece. Now I could do that myself. That's not. But looking at the assets I got, it makes more sense for this to be like a dirt pathway type of thing, right? And like something like here, Oh, whoa. Something like that. Stop it. Stop it. What the heck is this doing right here? Oh, shit. What was I doing with this? Honestly, for this to be a free asset pack, oh, it got no depth on it. For this to be a free asset pack, they gave me a lot to work with. That's why teaching level design is an interesting situation, because honestly, a lot of it is just your imagination. I mean, if you can make the assets, then yeah, if you can make the materials, you definitely have a leg up on the competition, I guess, because you're not relying on an artist to make it for you. But for the most part, what am I looking for? Here we go. For the most part, it really is just your imagination. Oh, they got our normals in this thing? I guess that makes sense. I could have sworn there was something you could add to the material to kind of to fake like it has depth to it. Hold on. I could have sworn. I mean, it makes sense. You got the normal, you got the base color. Flat and normal. Oh, with zero though. I guess it's not that big of a deal. For something like this, you probably could like. Where is it? What am I looking for? I just want to like. I just clicked on this, didn't I? That's crazy. I think it's food I'm looking for. Yeah, I could probably do something like this. Even though you don't find apples on the ground like that. No, it doesn't make any sense. You don't find apples on the ground. What do you find on the ground? You find cabbage. It's a cabbage. It's a cabbage today. Do something like a little. Wait. Where do you find cauliflower? Cauliflower plants? Oh, okay. It is kind of okay. That's believable. You gotta suspend belief a bit, but it's the same thing. No, let's do something like this. Honestly, something like that already is kind of, you know. mm. Make sure I got some water before I sat down because I knew I did not want to get up. Whew. Goodness gracious. Jeez. There are no pets in this pack, but I was looking through the Epic Game Store. Epic's always giving away some free packs here and there. And I found a bunch of stuff that wait, I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off topic. But I did find a bunch of stuff that I feasibly could use. That being said, slot to add plugin of 5.3. Oh my god. Why is it specifically 5.3? Why are we doing this? It's almost too accessible. Too much shit. Can't even find what I found the other day. I was just clicking on whatever was free, to be honest. Oh, is this what it was? Oh, where's the stinking cow? I just wanted a cow, not a dang tiger. Are you kidding me? A penguin, bro? Where's a cow? Oh, brother. Tiger, horse. Alright, horse works. Horse works. Dog works. Yeah, penguin. How did that happen? None of these animals even belong in the same food chain. Why is a tiger coming across deer? Wait. Where tigers and deers are in the same place, are they? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and I'm off topic. What I need to do, I need to make this landscape slightly believable. So if there's a little thing there, I guess I could put another farm thing here. I also gotta populate these houses too. Okay. I do like how much creativity they give you with this asset pack. In the sense that I can kind of control something as simple as where I want to put windows, you know? Oh, I already have. In that case, what I got. A lot of level design, from what I understand. Because technically, I've never actually worked in a studio with level design. The studio experience I do have is with production. And even then, that was, we're 25, that was 3 years at this point. 3 years ago. No. As far as I'm aware, from the projects that I did when I was in school, level design is a lot of more, not more tedious than technical, you know? So what I mean is that there's no right way to do it. You just kind of go out and do it. There is no right way to level design, which is why you have games with varying level design, like something that's completely different. Why some games do it this way, some games do it that way. There's no right way to do it. That's why my approach to teaching level design is more about teaching you what goes into making a level, not exactly. You can see what the house, or what I just said about level design. Yeah, Photoshop is the same way. Photoshop is a little bit more involved just because that's how Photoshop is. No. It's a little more involved. You do have to have some sort of artistic knowledge to do level design. Actually, there are no tests in my class. I hope you've been doing your project, though. My class is only, there's one, I'm a class that has one big project. There are participation things, there are participation assignments, but really those assignments are to help you understand your project even more. So, we talked about sound design. So, the participation questions were about how you would utilize sound design in your level. What would be the sounds if you closed your eyes and just envisioned yourself in said level? What would you hear? Some cases you'll hear like a bunch of ambience because they're in the forest. In some cases you'll hear a bunch of like gunshots and whatever. So it's like a Call of Duty situation. Excuse me. Stuff like that. When we talked about flow and direction and how to direct the player, we talked about the questions pretty much was that. How would you direct the player if you were tasked with a scenario that involved, XYZ, and I gave them a scenario. And so they would tell me like what strategies, what they would employ, how they would, maybe if they use the levels themselves, maybe if they were going to, what am I looking for? If they were going to use light or sound to direct the player, if they were going to use the levels themselves to direct the player. I was playing Expedition 33. Expedition 33, their approach to direction is, hold on, let me specify, cause I ain't trying to get spoiled. Their approach to level design is verbally telling the player where to go, but they tell you in a sense that they tell you with like cardinal directions. And so if you look at the map of Expedition 33, what's a good one? You're told as the game starts to head north. North is where you're supposed to go. North is how you progress further, or at least for as far as where I am so far. I haven't played since I went out of town, but you are directed northward. There are a couple of ways they go about showing you the northward path, and part of it is a literal big 33 that you can see in the distance. They have this big 33 that you can see in the distance. Of course. Where is the yearly 3 tiers? Not this time. Not yet. Not yet. I ain't there yet. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to get there. This whole thing, I don't know if I told you, but I was kind of gaslit into starting the stream back up. So we'll see how long this lasts. But I'm trying to use it to my advantage and trying to be productive and have the stream kind of keep me where I need to be instead of doom scrolling on Twitter all the time, looking at women and funny pictures. So this is basically what I just said about the game always directing you northward. The game starts you off down here, and as you play through the game, I had a picture. Where? This is my teaching stuff. We use Google. Who lit me? Is that the question we're asking? That's kind of crazy, but I'll let it slide. Where is what I'm looking for? The flow and direction? Dang it. It was like the perfect example. And oh, here we go. So the game pretty much has the glowing 33 in the background at all times. In every level, if you look northward, you'll always see that 33. That's the game directing you to where you need to go. And the game also has other ways of directing you by telling you verbally, by having every checkpoint that you need to go is somehow northward of where you are now. That's how they go about directing the player and trying to make sure that they go where they need to go. It also helps the players know where are the secrets, because if you're not going northward, obviously, then you're not going where the story wants you to go. So that's kind of how they scatter up their map. Everything leads to this direction. Like I said, I'm only in Act 2. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where this story's going. But maybe in like an hour or two after I've been working for a little bit, I'll boot it up and we'll learn together. But as of right now, that's kind of how they direct the player forward. And honestly, I forgot how we got on this topic. But as for this, with this being a scene, there is directional elements like the trail that you can follow to go to the other side of the map. But there isn't much without there being a goal. There isn't much of a direction for the player to follow. At this point, this is well, it's more of a scene than a level. But we'll see. Can y'all hear that dog barking? Maybe I should close my window. What am I looking for? Good to see you, Sebi. It's good to see you. What am I? Yes. So let's do this. That's kind of Eddie's spiel on. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Eddie's spiel on, I don't know, level design for this Monday. It's not even touching the ground. So, completely off. Well, no, we're not really off topic. If I can get through populating these houses to give them a little bit more than just walls and a ceiling, and paint this landscape how I want it, I think that's a good stopping point. We'll see how long that takes. It's already been 45 minutes, so we'll see how long that takes. But that is the goal for right now. I got to give myself actionable items so I kind of stay on task with what I need to do. Yeah, who gaslit me is a crazy comment, but it's true. The kid was gonna hang it up. The kid was gonna hang it up, and I was okay with that. I guess I don't want to say my options are limited because there's only grass and dirt as an option. Oh, you can see what you're up to, Ed. Gotta support the kick that brought Nicki Minaj to MW2. I appreciate it. I think you're giving me too much credit. I think you're giving me too much credit. I wish I was in the brainstorming phase when they were thinking about other collabs. I wish I was part of that conversation. Unfortunately, by the time that happened, they already gave me the boot. I wish. Oh my goodness. That's another thing about game design. There aren't many intro level jobs as far as I'm aware. The intro level job that you're probably looking for as a beginning game dev is just making your own thing. Literally just doing your own thing and put it on Steam. It costs like $100 to put your game on Steam. And it don't even gotta be like technologically complex. Like, look at Peak. So many people are playing Peak. Peak has probably reached millions upon millions of players. Millions upon millions of players paying $8 for that game. They've already made their money back and then some. Excuse me. I mean, that game, from a developer standpoint, it is technical, but for the most part, it's a pretty straightforward game. The goal is very simple. Just get to the top of the mountain. That's all you got to do. No gimmicks, no ifs, ands, or buts. Just get to the top of the mountain. And they put that out for $7, and they've easily gotten their money back by now. I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, I think I started doing this. Have this little fake curb situation going on. Kind of make a little pseudo curb. That makes more sense than having having the brick just go right into the sand. That looks a little weird. But see, there's no rules to this. You just gotta get out there and do it. What am I doing? Oh, clock tower? Is that what I called it? This is definitely not a clock tower. Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. I definitely called it a clock tower. I know rules to this. Other professions got rules and stuff. Not game design. Game design is whatever works, that's the solution we're going with. Did y'all see that? I don't know if y'all are on like gaming TikTok or gaming social media, but there's been a clip of the Telltale's Walking Dead going around, and it's pretty much showing you how they kind of got this scene together. The opening scene of the first act. The opening scene of the first act, it was like a behind the scenes look as to how they got that scene to work, and you realize they really kind of finagled that whole car scene. You got one portion of the scene where it's Lee, I think his name. You got Lee in the back seat, and then you got the cop in the front seat, and then you have the rear view mirror that is kind of giving us what a rear view mirror would look like in this scenario. And then when the video zoomed out to show us what that looked like, for us to see that what we see in the game is completely different from how they got this scene to look for the player. So game design, just like similar to what's a good example? I guess you could say like film and stuff, since it's pretty straightforward, pretty similar, just a different way to tell a story. Game design is the same way. Low key, hold up. This is coming along pretty well. Game design is the same way. It's all smoke and mirrors, which is how you get glitches. When people figure out the smoke and mirrors, that's where the glitches come in. Do I want to do this like this? Yeah. That's where the glitches come in. Actually, you want to hear a secret about Modern Warfare 2 and me? I still haven't beaten that game. I started because when the game released in October of 22, when the game released, and I think I had put on social media, a little humble flex. I want to show off to my friends and my family. I want people to be proud of me and all that, because I was proud of myself. I was like, this is kind of a dream come true. I didn't think this would happen so soon, and yet here we are. So I got home. I got home, and I pretty much had to download the game myself because they gave us a physical copy. The problem was my Xbox at the time had, like a week or two before the game came out, my Xbox stopped. The disk drive just completely gave out on me. My original Xbox One that I've been using since college, because I still had a 360 in high school. I didn't get a one till about college. So like 2015, 2016. And so they gave us a physical copy. And actually, I still got it. Of course I still got it. They gave us a physical copy, and I got the devs that were there to sign it, like the devs that I would see all the time, and the devs I would see all the time, and the devs that were there for the release. I got them signed it, and it's still in my house. It's in the living room, and I realized, I don't know, I might have should have asked. I probably could have got away with asking for like a digital code, but I was kind of nervous, and I didn't know who to ask, and I was like, this is kind of a big day. I don't want to be that guy with like, hey, can I get another copy? Is that because I was just a contracted employee. These are people that's like known each other for like a couple of years at this point, and I'm just here. You can see like I smudged it. I smudged somebody's signature with my thumb right there. Oh, my hands were shaking that day. I'll be honest, my hands were shaking. But yeah. Secret is that I still have yet to beat the game's campaign. I'm sure it's fun. I'm glad to hear that the general consensus, at least amongst my friends and the people that played it, is that this is one of the better Call of Duties in recent years. So I think it's hilarious to think that not only was I blessed to work on a Call of Duty, but added bonus was that I was blessed to work on a Call of Duty that people actually liked. Because Modern Warfare 3 was definitely kind of just a cash grab, and people were just I don't know who was on it, because I tried to reach out to see if I can get some more contract work, and they did not reply. They didn't reply. I don't know what the deal is. I don't wish any ill will on anybody, but it stung when I reached out to the person I was working with the most, the producer that was above me, and the guy he told me, reach out if you need anything, reach out if you need like a recommendation or something like that. And I was like, absolutely. If you offering, I will gladly take that. 100%. 100%. So, it's funny to think that the one Call of Duty that I worked on happened to be the Call of Duty, at least in recent years, that was kind of well received. I think it broke a couple records, at least internally for them. So, that's fun. But yeah, Eddie has had this game, and then, being on Xbox, now we have it on the Game Pass. And I most definitely have not gone through to beat the campaign. It's funny. When they interviewed me for the position, and they were like, hey, so like, are you a big Call of Duty guy? Do you like, what's the last Call of Duty you played? I was like, I mean, and it was like, I get it. Call of Duty not for everybody. I really thought I tanked the interview by answer. I should have bullshitted. I should have said something like, oh, I played Modern Warfare. I like Modern Warfare, right? 2019 Modern Warfare, yeah. I never played that stinking game in my life. The first time I really played Modern Warfare was probably well after Prairie View. No, World War II was during college. I played that because at the time, I would always, and I still do. If there's one thing I could do, one thing I'm really good at, I'm really good at video games, good gamer, great gamer, excellent gamer. And so amongst my friends at school, everybody, Jared, I don't know if you knew this, Neka, but we were clowning Jared because he had bought a PlayStation specifically for Call of Duty. And we're like, guy, you ain't never played a game the entirety that I've known you. why did you go out to buy a whole system for this game? Funny enough, he ended up selling it to Quincy like a month or two later. So, that didn't last long. But that was probably the only time I played Call of Duty. Because I played it with them in Jared's room. And I probably lost. Shit, they didn't need to know that. All they need to know is I'm dedicated. I ain't never done. That's another thing. They asked me about if I've done production work in the past. Funny enough, I tried to get something going with a couple of friends of mine like a couple of months before they even interviewed me. And so it was such, hold up. What does that jingle mean again? Oh, okay. The break is over. I technically, if we're being very generous, technically had some production experience because I was the one kind of leading the helm with that kind of friend project. Did it go anywhere? No, not really. We started, at least I started. I don't know what they were doing, but I started, and everybody got busy, so that didn't go anywhere. It's cool. It's cool. This actually turned out better than I thought. Excuse me. But yeah, they asked me if I had production experience. I was like, you know what? I actually do. What you want to know? I could tell you anything you need to know right now. Because as far as I understood it, production work was really kind of just being the team leader in a sense, making sure that tasks get done. And if somebody on your team has issues or is reaching a stumbling block, then you pretty much just get them in contact with whoever can help them get over that issue. And I was like, well, when you put it like that, like, production easy. Production, it's not that it's easy. Let me not discredit them. Production is just a lot of people skills, which is funny because I am somebody that's more of a homebody and I don't really go anywhere. Like today, I went to the water store to get some water for my water machine, and I went back home. I mean, I stopped at Panda Express to get some lunch, but I'm not the type of person that would like chat it up with the waiter or the server. No, bro, give me my food so I can leave. I want to leave here. I don't want to talk to you. No offense. You seem like a cool person. All that to say, you would think production work is not my cup of tea, but you know what? I did my thing. I held it down. Yep. It's fun. I never realized how much stuff I live nearby until I started walking everywhere. Well, walking more often, not really everywhere, let's be honest. It's exactly what it sounds like. I go to the water store to get some water for my water machine. I bring over the gallon jugs and they refill them. And that's it. I had to get a wagon because trying to carry 5-gallon water jugs, oh no. Literally the worst experience of my life. And that includes any sort of strength and conditioning that Pierce had us doing for tennis practice. If you still hear something, you know what I'm talking about. That includes all the insanity that he had us doing, running up and down the dang school. Nasty softened water? What the heck is softened water? Yeah. Trying to, and see, I thought I could do it, right? I thought I could do it because when I'm walking, because the water store is not far. It's literally like across the street, so I got to walk to the corner, cross the street, and it's right there. But the problem was going back Cause you're walking, you got the jugs and stuff, and you're like, it's whatever. I underestimated how heavy those things were as I carried them back. It was just 2 at the time. But yeah, that was a terrible experience. It was awful. It was awful. And then now, like right now, it's in the summer. It's not as bad as in the South. Like coming from New Orleans, yeah, I'll never complain about heat again. So Brandon College Station has water that had a chemical that. Oh no! This is the first I've heard of this. I hope we didn't have nasty water. Shit, we probably did. I ain't gonna lie. I bought water bottles when I was in school. One of the things I started doing was buying water bottles. I tried to do look, and I don't know if he'll ever see this. One of my roommates. I had a water purifier in college. The catch is, my water purifier did not work, and I realized that, like, I don't know, halfway into the semester, because it was like an old purifier. It was something that my mom would have in her classrooms, and she had gotten a new one. So I was like, hey, Mom, I'm getting ready to go to college and whatnot, this, and that. Now that it's sophomore year, we'll have like a kitchen I can use. I'll have like a fridge I can use. Can I take your water purifier with me? And, she let me, of course. But I didn't realize that it was like an old Brita filter. But it seemed like Brita had like changed how they did their filters back then. So the filter never really sat flush with the water purifying system box situation. Basically, we were definitely drinking tap water for a good second. And I don't know if he ever noticed. He never said anything. My roommate, he was a cool dude. I still talk to him to this day. I don't know if he ever noticed. But we were definitely, that water was not getting purified. And I remember he brought it up. That's why I remember him and the water purifier specifically. Because I think he had brought it up one time when our purifier had went out. It's been like a couple weeks or something, about a month or so, and the purifier had gone out. And so he had brought it up to me a couple times to replace it because it was mine. But I didn't have the heart to tell him that it wasn't doing anything. We were drinking tap water the whole time. But I don't know. Maybe he realized it. Maybe I was just kidding myself by not telling him the truth. But yeah, I don't know where that story came from, but just thinking about water machines reminded me of when I had a smaller kind of machine that you would put in your fridge. You could like slide in your fridge, kind of save up some space. But yeah, that shit didn't work. Shit did not work. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. I'm not even gonna tell his name, cause I want. You've met him, NECA, many times, but like, I don't need you blabbering. I don't need you spilling the beans. In case he didn't know, I mean, it's at this point that was like 5+ years ago, 6 years ago. Who cares, right? Who cares? I'm taking that to the grave. And now y'all are too. Y'all taking it to the grave too. No one needs to know. Actually, this kind of came out way better than I thought. Wow, hold on. I almost look like I know what I'm doing. Because I do, of course, but, you know. This almost looks a little legit. I just need to kind of paint this a little accordingly. Save often. Gotta save often. I think there was a couple of times in school when somebody didn't save, half the project gone. Half the project is gone, and now what? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? Not too much fall off. Hold on, hold on. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. I know what I'm doing. I just need these employers to think think the same. Talk to me nice. Should I smooth this out? Maybe, I don't know. But the gist of it is, this will be since this is a kind of the nicer part of the city, of the little village, you'll have this, and then that'll kind of lead into, yep. That doesn't make any sense, does it? It kind of does. Grass here. Put a little dirt that leads into the pathway. Okay, everything's excuse me. Everything's going well so far. Oh. Why does it look like that? What if what if a grandma tripped on the brick right next to the door? Oh, fuck. Did I do that? Oh. Wait, hold up. Will the city compensate for her damages? Well, in this made-up world that I'm just now making up on the spot, the minute you step foot in this village, you forfeit all rights. You forfeit your rights for healthcare. So we are not held liable if you go to the clock tower to pray or to see the sights and you happen to trip right here because the city architect, aka myself, on the other side with the sun. What? This side? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, now she'll be alright. She'll be alright. Why is it so gravelly? Maybe I want it to be gravelly though. That makes sense. It looks a little more believable if it's uneven a little bit. Okay, this is a little too much uneven. Yeah, let's straighten that out. Yeah, it makes sense. Hold up. What did I just do? Follow. Heckin' small. Oh, wait, hold up. Too small. Okay. Alright. See, I don't know. Should I have done this with the terrain? or done this using assets. You know what? Gonna rip the band-aid off. We're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it. It looks fine enough. It looks fine enough. All right, my mom. But know that I got the stream noti on. I appreciate you, subs. I appreciate you coming to hang out. If you're, well, I'll shoot you a text. I don't want to out it on the stream, but I'll be in Texas for a bit in August. So if you're still in that area, because I don't have a car, but like if you're still in the area, we should hang out. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it gets the job done, right? Right? It's not bad. It's not too bad. All right, I'll shoot you a text. It's not bad. I just need to populate the space. The space is too empty. But what do we have to work with? That's the question. What do we have to work with? Got a bunch of flower stuff, a bunch of stones. I could use the stone tool. Or not stone tool, but you know, the stone assets. See, that looks good. Now the question I have for myself is, do I want to go ahead and use the foliage tool and then paint around the foliage? Or do the paint first and do the foliage around the paint? It makes sense to do the foliage around the paint, right? Because the paint is like the pathways that the foliage would follow. Right? Alright. Let's take it one step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. Should I put a fence around? Yeah. I think a fence is the easiest way to prop railing. See, I want to use this bridge, but I didn't factor in where I would even put a bridge. Did not think this through, huh? I definitely did not think about where I'd put a bridge. But I could do something like this. Oh shit, wrong button. How did? Oh, okay. Hold on. I also don't want to distort these items too much because whoever made these made them specifically with these sizes, right? I don't want to. Excuse me. I don't want to distort it too much. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. That Panda Express is making me gassy. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, do that. Huh. Got a little grid thing going on. One thing I definitely need to get better at in terms of not just the field I want to get into, just in general, I got to get better at networking. I've been blaming COVID too long for my lack of networking, bro. I got to get over it. I got to get over it. Where is it? I got to get over that. I mean, it's not entirely not true, but at this point, you know, COVID was what, 21? 2020, 21 type of shit. I gotta get over it. I gotta get over it. As much as I would love to continue to blame COVID for my failures, you know. As much as I would love to continue to blame COVID for all this. Alexa, turn on bedroom lights. Yeah, I'm starting to get bright. Okay. Starting to get bright. Sun going down. Sun getting real low. What am I looking for? The water wheel? At this point, I need to find where are some game design events, right? Like there's Summer Games Fest, but Summer Games Fest is more of like a gamers event, not really a game design event. I gotta find where the gamers are. I gotta find where the gamers are. I gotta find where the gamers are. I don't know why when I was making these houses, I envisioned them like a 21st century house with like indoor plumbing, and there's clearly an outhouse prop right here. I didn't even think about that. I just envision these houses having indoor plumbing. Let's get cords. That one. Does that completely break everything? Oh no, wait a minute. Oh, but it changed this one too, didn't it? So it's all the same shader. Oh, wait a minute. That actually kind of looks better. I'll take it, I like it. Okay. Oh. Whoa, wait, where are we going? Stop! Why is the camera just zooming out? Hold on! Camera! Wait! Get a hold of yourself! Camera! What's happening? What is this? What is this? Where am I going? I'm getting yanked away. I'm not touching anything. Wait, hold up before I restart. Let me. Oh. Okay, everything. Whew. All right, cool. Crisis averted. Oh, I know I should cook tonight, but I really just want to order something. I shouldn't. Lord knows I don't got the funds to be ordering anything, but I don't feel like cooking. We'll see. We'll see how I feel in about 30 minutes. Although, to be honest, I'm kind of leaning towards ordering something. Why? That was definitely a sin that I like, one of the 7 deadly sins that I resonate with, which is a terrible thing to say, I understand, but like, you know, we all wrestle with them. Maybe not on like a huge scale or something, but you know, everybody's a little greedy here and there. Doesn't make you a bad person or anything, but you know, everybody's just a little greedy, just a little bit. Just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. A third option. Say it ain't so. You know the funniest thing? Before you mention how much you adore movie popcorn, I do have popcorn in my house right now that I used to just use as a snack. No, we have to eat something. We have to eat something. It's just that it's Monday. The week just started. I mean, I do get paid this week, but it's not until Friday. We have to eat something, even if it's, I don't know. Oh, my car's on the inside. I couldn't even go somewhere if I wanted to. I don't feel like. Oh, I don't feel like waiting for a roommate to move his car so I can go somewhere. I'd rather just give Taco Bell like extra $5 for them to deliver my shit. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not that hungry just yet, so I guess I got some time before I gotta make a decision. I don't like this little corner thing they got going on. Actually, that's way better. I've learned how to make the best popcorn at home. Actually, is there like a strategy to it or something? Like, you don't just press the popcorn button like most of America? I do have like some popcorn salt. You know, I like the nacho cheese popcorn salt. Too late. It's never too late. That's one of my favorite songs from 3 Days Grace. It's never too late. It's only 10 o'clock for you. You can still get something. It's never too late. Go get like a Happy Meal from McDonald's or something. Eat something. You have to. Okay, let me leave this. I keep fumbling with it and it's annoying me now. Okay. Let's think. There's no door on this side. How? What is wrong with me? There's a door right here because ideally, you know, if this was a proper society, no, I make it on the stove. You fancy. Make it on the stove, so like you put in the butter, you put a little oil, the kernels, a little bit of salt or something, and you just let it pop like that. Like our grandparents used to back in the olden days. Oh, my mom used to have, I don't know what you would call this little popcorn device, but my mom used to have one of these popcorn situations where it's like you put it's a base, it's like a tower situation, and the popcorn like shoots out the top, so you put a little bowl right there to catch the popcorn as it's popping out the top. I remember that device being so magical as a kid. It's like whenever my mom busted out the popcorn device and we were about to watch a movie, it was about to be a good day. And it's like it would always be like a Friday because my parents, with there being 5 of us, my parents would let us like sleeping in the living room was like a luxury for us. I was like, sleeping in the front room was something that you could only do on like the weekends when you didn't have school going on and you could stay up a little later and watch TV. Yeah, that popcorn machine, nothing but good memories. Nothing but good memories. Special popcorn oil and popcorn salt? If such a thing exists, I feel like you're lying to me. There's no such thing as special popcorn oil. What does that even mean? What makes it special? All right, hold up. I can multitask. I just need to I got to make sure I stay on task. That doesn't even make sense, though. Let's see. I had these bases because initially I wasn't using the landscape tool. My question is, do I still need the bases? I guess not. Most of these buildings don't. I took the bases off of them, and they look fine, right? Oh, sorry. They look fine without having the base. I feel like giving them that gravel next to their base. Yeah, well, actually no. Yeah, we'll take it away. The artificial flavors, she says. Is that what it takes to imitate the movie theater experience? Is that what you're telling me? The artificial flavors, the excuse me. The artificial flavors, the salt, all that is what goes into, I don't know, making the movie theater popcorn? Yeah, that kind of looks better. That kind of looks better. Should I have a back door? Should I just end up rotating this house all together? You know, should I just rotate the house all together? Oh, is this what I mean when I say that I'll do something and I'll be like, well, let's do it this way instead, because that makes way more sense in hindsight. And it's like, why are we doing this? Let's see if we do a little one of these, little Tokyo Drift action. And then, no! And then put it, splap right there. Hold on. Or, in a sense of making it a little more homey, make it closer to this, bow. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. And this. Media children. This is something like right here. This is not bad at all. But that being said, though, definitely need to rotate this. Make that bam right there. Perfect. Perfect. Put a little window right here. Backwards? Oh my goodness, it's backwards. There we go. Big ass window. Big gas prices. Y'all remember that commercial? I think it was like I don't know what company it was. They were always, their big slogan was advertising big gas prices. Because cussing is funny and cussing, you know, get people talking. This ain't too bad. Hold on. And by having the houses kind of be, you know, lopsided, well, not lopsided, but angled like this, kind of makes it feel a little more real. Actually, they aren't lopsided. They're just angled like, I keep saying lopsided. Lopsided is not the word. Interesting. Interesting. The unconscious mind came through again. I think I'll just make this little tree area. No, it doesn't. Yeah, well, actually, where is there was an actual well prop. And I was like, that's genius. By George, it's so stupid, it's ingenious. And I can't find it. Just that quick. What the heck is this? By George. I could have sworn it was like this one, right? Water wheel, water bed, water world. Was that a real water park, or am I thinking of something else? What is this? What in God's green earth is this? What the fuck? What is this contraption? A water. Oh, I see. And then you put the. Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Well, I should have accounted for some sort of water streamway situation. I guess I still could. I don't know. Well, let's stick to what I'm doing first. Stick to painting the landscape how I need it to be, and we'll go from there. And we'll go from there. Naka, what should I eat for dinner today? It's not looking good for the kid. Didn't I already adjust these? I did. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. What am I gonna eat for dinner? It has to be something. Your third option is, or whatever your option of nothing is, just not possible. I would wilt away. Oh, that actually kind of works out. Six. I'm always trying to make sure I keep my little space organized. Organization is key. No, please. There has to be another way. This can't be what my future holds. Is that not right? Excuse me. This can't be what my future holds. I do have leftover burger patties in the fridge. I could always eat that. But I have to go and I have to heat them up and I gotta put it together. T-Bell. Maybe. That might be the move. Why is this not as protruding as I need it to be? Oh god, it's almost kind of worse. Oh, never mind. No, it's way better. T-Bell is good to me. They know how to make that mystery meat right. This doesn't look right. Oh wait, that's why. This is like this situation. Yeah, that makes sense. T-Bell knows how to get me right. Clean out my insides right before I go to sleep too. Everything kind of just works out. When are we gonna play some games, NECA? Are you back to Beaumont? Are you back to a place to where you can, I don't know, boot up your computer? It's not bad. Out a window. reviews. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you, individual. We can play. Hold up. Oh, really? It's funny you say that. I just deleted it. I'd have to re-download it again. I just deleted it. Tempting. Very tempting. But we need more people if we're gonna play that. Well, I know we can get Roland interested because that's like his favorite game in the world. Nah, stretching it looks weird. What did I just do? Let's see. Actually, why not? Doesn't look too bad. Why does the landscape look like this? There is a co-op game that just got recently that could be something that we could try. I think it's crossplay. And only one person needs to buy it, so that also works out. I don't know where they are. Actually, according to... I've been truncated? Oh, that makes sense. Okay, well. Why are y'all's names truncated? Is it only here? But if... I'm so confused. Why would you say that? I don't know. If I had to guess, Kadar's probably still working, in all honesty. I just don't understand y'all's fascination with that game. There we go. So, I want to have it to where this is like a market of sorts. So this little area here is a market. Let's see. That's what I was trying to do initially. So let's see here. Wasn't there another thing that I have? Oh no, must delete it. Grow. grab these, grab these, grab these. And bring this here. I was gonna do is something similar to one of the levels in the hell. Oh, wow! It's been 2 hours already. Oh, we'll go for 1 more hour.
Less carbs.
Go for 1 more hour.
Using the.
I need my tune so I can concentrate. Curse you, YouTube. Okay. How do I want to do this? I don't. Oh, there it is. I don't want to inherently flatten it, 'cause I feel like that would be not ill-advised, but I feel like but at the same time, because the whole point of having it let me get my butt to work. I really do want to post more videos. You should. You definitely should. You definitely should. I say go for it. Why not? I say go for it. And depending on how maybe I have a goal of getting 10 videos by Christmas. If I could streamline my editing, it was simple. Yeah. I think that's very doable, honestly. If you already have like the playlists saved somewhere, and so that's already, you know, that's already done. Hell, show me how to do it. Let me take a stab at it. I can help you out with that. I'm not the best with video editing, but I could. I'm not the worst at it. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Make it like an alleyway. Not an alleyway, a runway, I think I'm thinking of. A runway, and have everything kind of angled towards you as if you are walking through here and you're looking at everything. It's I don't know, sometimes you just need to talk through the problem. Sometimes that's all it takes. Ugh, I don't want to. Let's see. Let's see. Honestly, just tilting it like that has already done so much. So wait, did you just invoke Dead by Daylight in the group chat just for you to not be in the group chat because you're working tonight? I just thought about that. You really gonna get this man's hopes up for nothing? You know how much he loves that game. Okay. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I can probably like space them out a bit. You're not working. I'll just say you have to go to work. Didn't you just say that? Am I misremembering? I don't know why the software doesn't let me scroll through my messages. I could have sworn you just said that. What am I looking for? No, that's not it. Oh my god. Oh wait, you're not even on Twitch. I don't know why I opened Twitch. I just instinctively opened it. Phantom Blade Zero. That is the game that everybody's talking about. Instinctively opened it. I just instinctively opened it. Yeah, let me get my butt to work. You just said that. Did you lie to me? How dare you? Why? Alright, I'm getting distracted again. It's so easy to just, you know. I'm really banking on y'all being. Oh. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, that tracks. Context is important. That makes sense. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah. My fault. I'm really banking on you and Kadar and everybody else being successful so I can coast through life. Be like comic relief or something, you know? My whole life goals or my whole life plan consists of y'all making it in life. You have to. Someone has to. It's not gonna be me. Look at me. I've been applying for jobs for like 3 years. It has to. It has to be you. It takes too long to make these games. And for what? Just so a game called Peak could just steal the spotlight with its stupid jelly bean characters. It's not stupid, I'm lying. It actually looks really fun. With its jelly bean characters and ragdoll physics for $7 on Steam right now. Not sponsored. Although, if you wanted to, I would take it. It looks like a really fun game. Although, would it make more sense for these to be under the tarp? Like the French markets in New Orleans? Like this type shit? Yeah, that makes... Why did it take me that long to understand that? Sometimes you just gotta talk through it. That's all it is. You just gotta talk through it. I'm gonna take some cough medicine. I don't really feel sick or anything, but my throat is itchy. Have you seen Superman? Have you seen all the big movies of the summer? It was pretty good. It was pretty stinking good. I mean, all of them were. But Superman specifically, that's my guy. Superman. Superman. That's actually not too bad. Superman. Should it be like the French Quarter where it's just... Actually, no. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Also, there's not that much fruit in this pack anyway. So let's just keep it simple. Oh, wrong button. Let's just keep it simple. Oh, going a little too high there. You did. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot what we were talking about. Oh yes, the movies. Yes, Lex Luthor was one of the best parts. I love how irrationally angry he was the whole time. You gotta love a hater who just hates because hating is what he does. You gotta respect it. I can't wait for it to go on not social media, on streaming so I can watch it again. I don't know if I want to pay for it, but maybe. Maybe next weekend I'll go watch it again. In 3D. So if I kind of just do that again. Excuse me. Toss this one away. He's bald. He's bald and he's bullying people with hair. That's immediately what my sister sent me after we saw Superman. He's bald. He's bald and he's bullying people with hair. That pretty much sums up the entirety of that movie. 2 hours summed up in like 2 seconds. Where'd the tables go? Did I scroll past them? Where? Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh. Hold up, camera. Oops, let me do that. So if I hold something and I just kind of press Alt, that's interesting. Didn't know that. Oh, there's the well. I knew there was a well in here somewhere. I forget again. The well is fake. We take this to the grave. The citizens don't need to know where their water is coming from. All right. Oh, I think we got it worked out. As for this, how is this gonna go? I mean, I guess technically. Ah! Ah! Whoa! 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 Could do something like. No. Like lily pads. I don't need that. Maybe too big. Brush string too strong. I think I do want to do that. The pathway. Someone does that. As for here, let's do some of this. Kind of look like a walkway of sorts. It makes sense. You just need to make it blend a little better. I don't know what I'm doing. There you go. That's actually not too bad, huh? Okay. Hmm. Turn that around. Doesn't look too bad. Are you still watching? Damn it. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, no, it's dumb. Are you still watching My Hero? Are you still making your way through the show? Actually, this might be like the best time to get into it since it's about to, at least the show's about to wrap up with this next season. Oh, hold up. Honestly, for this level scene, I could do some small stuff, like making little blueprints to have this like sway with the back and forth. Maybe later. Maybe later. think my OBS is a little slow to see messages. Oh yeah. You're on the last season? It's a pretty good season. That was a pretty good season, not gonna lie. Kind of getting crazy. So much stuff is happening so fast. I feel like the show, it's not like it's wrapping up poorly because it's too fast. No, I feel like I want more time with the show. I feel like it's wrapping up too quickly. I don't know. I don't know. Why am I so gassy? If you do enjoy the show so much, they have a spin-off show that's about 13 episodes deep right now. It's pretty much tone-wise the same situation. It's just focusing on. It's like a prequel series, focusing on some different characters before the events of Midoriya and him going to school. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, I don't know. I think it's a little bit fast. I think it's a little, like, I get it. And shocking that this is all there for. Yeah, I guess technically they're sophomores. They're in their second year of. They're still definitely still high schoolers, which is crazy in itself. Crazy in itself. I guess it's not that crazy. Shigaraki's not that much younger than them. He's probably a couple years older if you think about it. What am I looking at? Oh, wrong button. Oh no. Oh, okay. When my mom was watching the last season, she had texted me because we were both watching it as the episodes were coming out, but my parents were watching them in English, so they were a couple episodes behind me. But my mom had texted me when something was going on in the last season. I don't know how far you are, but at some point in the last season, the show pretty much deviates from what Midoriya is doing to catch you up on what everybody else is doing. And my mom thought that part was so annoying because she's like, she doesn't really care about what's going on in this sector of the war. Just want to get right back to the drama with All for One. Oh my gosh, New Girl is one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. I've seen like 2 or 3 times. I was sad when I think they took it off of Netflix. That's where I was watching it. It was just easy to watch it on Netflix. New Girl is one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. And meeting Schmidt in real life was a ton of fun. I took a picture with him. And I was super nervous. This is way back in like 2019, before COVID and all that. But I think that was like the first time my brother brought me onto the set. One of the first times I went on set with him. Let's see, how old is that picture? Well, it got to be heckin' old if this predates COVID, low key. Where is it? Wow, I got a shit ton of pictures. To be fair, it's a lot of nonsense. I think I was looking through my pictures and I realized I still have like pictures of like PV schoolwork that I just never deleted. Okay, it's gone now. It's gone now. I don't know where that picture is. Sorry, I hope you know my messages are delayed. There is like a 2. Yeah, I think that's with YouTube specifically. I don't know why the messages are that delayed. They're like that when I'm watching other streamers on YouTube. And whenever I'm watching Legal, I don't know why YouTube's. I think Twitch does handle streaming better. It's just at this point, it's best to do both if you can. No, it's not you. It's definitely something with the way YouTube does their chats is a little behind. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, it's not bad at all. Maybe I'll use that for. Okay, no, too much. But maybe I will use that for like this. The pathway leading in. Oh. Something like that, you don't really have fall off, right? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, something like that, you don't need fall off for. Now, the question I have for myself is, should I kind of cultivate some kind of, I don't know. I'm thinking too much into it now. I'm thinking too much into it now. I'm getting distracted. Uh-oh, let's do something. So have that as the base, and then like go back over it with this to kind of scuff it up a bit, you know? That kind of makes sense. Kind of make it look like this place has been like lived in. It doesn't look too bad. And then from here, low key, I think what'll help with a lot of this green space is just yeah, I think what'll help with a lot of this green space is just adding some foliage to mix in with it. Like it all works together. It all works together to sell the illusion, you know? So in this case, and so I guess what I'm curious about is, should I do it with the procedural content generation graph, or should I just go with the foliage tool? The foliage tool allows me to, I guess, adjust it better, and I'm more familiar with the foliage tool, but the procedural thing, it will get some good practice in just to see how this works. Oh, I forgot. I forgot what the. Hold on. Am I about to pull up a tutorial? Yes, I am. Hold up. Hold up. I saved it just for this very moment. I have so many tutorial saves. Anything that even remotely looks like something that I'll do in the future, save it. I'm saving it because I'm going to need this eventually. Enable it. Yeah, you talked about that already. Okay, here we go. Show me how this works again. I remember some guy that was not some guy. A recruiter I was talking to brought this to my attention because the company he was looking for talent for specifically asked if for people that have worked with this system before. Come to find out that this is still in beta when I went to enable the plugin. So how about that?
You can expand the input node, and here we have access to our landscape, right? So you can drag from the landscape.
Expand our input node. You lied to me. How did you do that?
Input node. And here we have access to our landscape.
What? This video is 2 years old. I'm already lost. Are you kidding me?
Right? So you can drag from the landscape. Just add a surface sampler node.
Surface sampler node. Oh, butchered that. Inside fitter. Oh, this doesn't look right.
So the surface sampler node basically scatters some points on the given surface.
What the fuck?
In our case, we have the
No. Do not open Visual Studios. No, please. What is going on? Where'd it go? Go away. Go away. I'm not trying to look at you right now.
landscape as a surface, right?
Yeah.
So in order to visualize this, you need to debug this node.
Okay.
Either you can turn the debug on right here,
Okay.
or you can select any node and you can press your D key, and that's going to debug that node.
Press that D key.
Now you can drag the PCG graph in your level.
So that's my question when it comes to these PCG graphs. So, well, I guess we're gonna find out together. You lied to me. Oh no, it's huge. Holy shit. It's ginormous. Hold on, big bro. Hold on, little man. That does not need to be that big. Pause. Hold it up. Hold it up. Let's. All right, yeah, something like that. Just a little too big. You know what I'm saying? A little too big for my taste. Pause. Major pause. Okay. So I've added it into my level, like the guy told me.
So we have some points scattered on a landscape, right?
Okay.
You can change all these settings in the surface scatter node, so you can change
I don't have any points scattered in the landscape. You lied to me again.
the density. That's the number of points scattered.
Alignment. How come I don't have the amount of options that he has in his little situation? What's that about?
Record some ambience and put it in this track.
Do I have to debug this too? Did I do it? Holy shit! That is not right. Okay. Why? Why? Inputs, pins. Settings, yeah. All of his settings look just like my settings. Not much has changed in 2 years. Why? How did I already mess up? A minute into the tutorial and I already messed up. Are you kidding me? This doesn't even make any sense. Hold up. No, no. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? How do I get the node to look like his node? Pause. Enable, break node links, inspect, rename, alignment. So if I did this, why? Why? Let's see. We just gonna learn together. Unreal Engine procedural content generation 5.5. 1 hour. This is 24. Pathfinding with PCG. Oh my gosh. Alright, I take it back. There's more you can do with this thing. I was not aware. 5.5 PCG. Tell me something, bro. Tell me something. This is the 1 hour video I just looked at? Damn you. Damn you, Unreal. Okay, understand the basics of PCG with 5.5, setting up the PCG graphs and workflows. Alright, show me something then. Want to create your own community tutorial? No. I came here for advice.
So you can even go here, search for the procedural. You'll be getting a option called PCG volume, where you can even use this, drag it to the landscape, and you can start creating it. Or you can directly right click here, go to the PCG, and the PCG graph, you can click it. So
I'm gonna have to watch that on my own time. I'm not gonna have y'all sit through that. There ain't no. That's only documentation is one video. Oh, Jesus. It's 9:16 anyway. Well, in that case, this will be the PCG will have to wait then. The PCG will have to wait. We're just gonna hop in there with the foliage tool. I know how that works. It's actually pretty simple. Oh, that is too many. Brush density, bring that down to good golly no. That's still too much. No, not in the building. Not bad. Not bad at all. The thing is, I want to... Can't I select one at a time? There we go. I want to space these out a bit. Like this here, just the jumbled up one right there. Oh, that kind of worked out. Maybe this is too many trees. Hold on. Oh yeah, hold up. Maybe the tree thing is not what I want to do. What I want is these. Yeah. Yep, I thought about it. Here we go. I hate it here. Alright, let's get a little dense in here, a little. It's getting a little too dense. What the hell y'all doing up there? See, I don't know if you can do this with the procedural generated whatever. Should this be denser? Let's see here. Let's see. Let's do a scale of 1 to 1.5. Placement. Ain't there like a rotation one too? Z offsets. Uniform. I don't remember. I could have sworn it was like yeah, here we go. Random y'all. That's what it is. Never mind. This is a pitiful excuse of grass. Alright, let's try this one more time. Get a little dense in here, you know what I'm saying? Get a little... Okay, that's not too bad. It just looks very sparse though, like whoever's cutting this grass needs to get his ass whooped for this nonsense. That's what it looked like. No, no. This over there. Maybe denser? Should I go denser? I mean, it's grass after all, right? Or you know what? You know what? Let me do this. Maybe save the grass for not the middle of the city. Yeah. Yeah, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Let me cook. 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 Big one. And so we do this. No, no. Not on the damn wood. Okay, okay, okay. This makes more sense. Place in current level. See, this makes this, it's kind of coming along. shrink that down a bit. Why is it on the building? I didn't even get up there. Okay. It's not too bad. It makes sense. You've had some sort of flower thing. Kind of flower tool or flower asset I could use, you know? Maybe that's what it is. Not bad, low key. Hold on. And now, and so maybe sprinkling some of these. Oh my goodness. Too dense. Little too dense. Little too dense. Undent it up. Yeah. No, hold up. Too dense. Too dense.
Less carbs, more
What?
possibilities. Egg Life egg white wraps.
What is
can be your
happening?
faves. Sweet.
Get back to my tones. I gotta focus. I gotta lock in. Okay, maybe too dense. Oh, that's what it was. Let's get that scale down. Need like 0.25 to 0.5. Let's see. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad. Kind of look like, what the fuck's wrong with him? Hold up. Random yaw height. Why they look stretched like that? Did I do that? What is this number? The valid altitude range where foliage instances will be placed specified using minimum and maximum world coordinate Z values. I don't think they're supposed to be stretched like that. Hold on. No, that's not it. Meshes, environment. Yeah, it's supposed to look like that. Why does this look like that? What happened to you, big homie? Oh, they're all rotated. So they're not stretched. What is this? What is this? Why is it like that? If selected, foliage instances will have random yaw rotation on their vertical axis applied. I That makes sense. Did I do that with the one? I didn't do that. Maybe I don't want random. Well, I do want random Ys, but why are they offset like that? What in the world am I looking at? How did this happen? Yeah, it's not oriented like that normally. What is going on? The green one is... Maybe it is the random y'all. Maybe I don't want random y'all. Alright, let's try this again. No, it's still like that. Oh. Align to normal. I've never touched this before, so I'm not sure why it's orienting that way. Hold on. Let me try. Nope. Are these? No, they don't look lopsided. They don't look lopsided. So why is this one coming out like that? If it ain't one thing, it's the freaking other. I swear. If it ain't one thing, it's the freaking other. I ain't never touched this asset this whole time. The one time I do, it comes out lopsided. Align to normal? No, that didn't do anything. The height doesn't make sense. I don't understand why that would change anything. It has to be something in the settings that I already have. Filters, landscape, static meshes, BSP. I don't even know what BSP is. Well, I guess we'll just kind of forego that right now. I think, well, I guess I could use the, okay. Little too dense. A little too dense still. It's low-key to the point where I might as well just put the... Okay. I might as well just put the trees there myself manually. Oh wait, no. I know what I'm gonna do. You might as well just line the... Yep. Something like that. Them boys lining up 2 by 2. Oh no. That too many? Yeah, some of these are overlapping. Oh, I put that one there myself, yeah. I mean, it's not bad. I don't need too many of these things. not terrible. All things considered, no, it's not terrible. Oh. Maybe smaller than that. Yeah. Really just put the rocks anywhere. Oh. Rocks is like the best thing that's come out of this foliage tool. Low key. So cauliflower grows out the ground. The lettuce. Tomatoes grows from a plant. I guess not. Not this time. What is this? Is this a sack of shit? What did I cauliflower. Well, technically, you know, watermelon's more of a vine type of thing, but we're gonna have to suspend disbelief of it. What are those? Oh, French ears. Half of a watermelon. What? I have been tricked. I don't want half of a watermelon, bro. Are you kidding me? No. Unless. You've been speckled dwarfed. It's not even a word, and I agree with you. I mean, should they be in like a rowish type of formation? Or is this fine? I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And get denser in here. Here we go. Getting too dense. Here we go. Getting so dense as they doubling up. Yeah, see? Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, here we go. Oh shit. This ain't too bad. Hey, so you think full? Oh my goodness. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Honestly, a little bit of foliage helped a ton. A little bit of foliage, a little bit of painting the terrain a bit. Okay. Not too bad. I need to continue. I still gotta populate it more. It's not too bad, but if anything, it's more like a forgotten village than like a lived-in village. I guess that all goes to whatever I'm looking for, whatever I'm trying to do here. But this is good. This is a good starting point. Let me go eat something. Whether I'm gonna eat my leftovers. So tomorrow's Tuesday. Oh, I took out food too. Oh my god. Yeah, Past Eddie had so many good intentions, right? Well, I don't feel like doing any of it. I don't feel like doing any of it, bro. I gotta cut up that tomato anyway. Oh, goodness gracious. I think I'm about to make a bad decision. I know I shouldn't. All things considered, I ain't got the funds for it, but you know, we about to eat some Taco Bell. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But as for this, I think it's a good stopping point. Kind of painted the terrain a bit, kind of added the foliage a little bit. Added some stuff to the couple of the houses. I need to just populate this place more. Like this little market situation I'm trying to put together. I need to make it believable. I don't know, add a couple more stalls or something. You know, that horse animal pack, maybe import that. Put a couple of animals around. But all things considered, this isn't too bad. At least it's coming along. It's definitely not done, not even close. But it's coming along. It's coming along at least. So we'll take it. This is a good stopping point. Ugh, I gotta eat something anyway. And I don't want it to get too late. So with that in mind, I think I'm gonna head out. I think I'm going to head out. Start closing everything. Well, this was fun. It was very productive. I'm really gonna do more of these so I can kind of be held accountable. Something that really forces me to really sit here and lock in. 'Cause I don't want y'all to just sit here and watch me on my phone the whole time. So kind of forces me to be productive. But that being said, I'm gonna go get some dinner. Y'all go enjoy the rest of y'all's Monday. You know, Monday night. Have a good night. Sleep tight. And we're gonna all be all right. All right. So y'all take it easy.